Namaste friends, welcome to Learn with J, empowered by Magic Needles. This day I am not going to show you any finished product. It's going to be a mystery project and you will love it. Uh, you can work along with me. You can use any yarn and the recommended hook. I am going to use 3-ply cotton yarn from Magic Needles and my favorite 1.75 mm tulip hook. When it comes to working with small hooks, that is the size smaller hooks, the steel hooks, I prefer the tulip the best because I have been owning them for more than 50 years. I've been working with them for more than 50 years. So now let's begin. So to begin with, chain 4. Chain 4. If it's not visible, I'll make the camera closer still. Yeah. And then make a treble in the very first chain. Chain 1. You can make either chain 3 or pull it up and make a standing double crochet into the ring, one more double crochet into the ring, chain 2, two double crochets, chain 1, again make two sets of 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. This is 2 double crochet V stitch we are going to use, and we are going to work this from corner to corner. Yeah. Now chain 3. This chain 3 does not count as any stitch. Turn your work. Make a V stitch in chain 2 space. That is, the V stitch here I am using is 2DC, chain 2, 2DC. Chain 1, and between these two sets, under this chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets. Again chain 1, then make 2 DC V stitch, that is 2 DCs, chain 2, 2 DCs in the chain 2 space. So we have completed row 2, chain 3 and turn. Again under the chain 2 space make 2 DC V stitch. Okay. Under this chain 1 space make 3 DCs. Chain 1, and under this next chain 1 space skip the 3 DCs, Under chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets. Oh, sorry. Chain 3 and turn. The chain 3 does not count as a stitch. Row 2 now. 2 DCs. Chain 2. 2 DCs. And under chain 1 space, make 3 DCs, chain 1 and go over there. Chain 1 and make 3 DCs under chain 1 space. Chain 1 and under this chain 2 space, make 2 DC V stitch. Chain 3 and turn your work. This chain 3 will appear as scallops on the sides. So again do 2 DC V stitch. In the corners we are working 2 DC V stitch under the chain 2 space all throughout. Chain 1, place 3 DCs under chain 1 space. Chain 1, again 3 DCs under this chain 1 space, next chain 1 space. Chain 1, 2 DC V stitch. Chain 3 and turn. So after chain 3 I am turning 2 DC V shell. Chain 1, 3 DC under chain 1 space. Chain 3. We are going to start the pattern now. 1 DC here under this chain 1 space. Again chain 3. 3 DC under chain 1 space. Chain 1, 2 DC V stitch, or we can call it 2 DC shell. Just simply call it shell. The shell here defines as 2 DC, chain 2, 2 DC in the same stitch. So it's very important when you work with the written pattern or a key to the written to the pattern, you need to go through all the abbreviations and the stitches defined over there. Again chain 3 and turn. So each one will define the shell in a different way. They would have used different shells. So to the pattern whatever is required, we have to use those shells and those V stitches. Chain 2, chain 1, 3 DC V stitch here. So now not V stitch, 3 DCs under this chain 1 space. Chain 3, SC under the chain 3 space of the previous row, SC on the DC, SC under the next chain 3 space, chain 3, three DC under single chain. Chain 1, the edge stitch I will call it, edge stitches 2 DC, chain 2, 2 DC, and chain 3, the last edge stitch. And turn. Chain 3 does not count as a stitch. It is creating a small scallop. Chain 1, 3 DC. This is actually a vintage pattern. Now chain 3, 3 DC under chain 1, after 3 DC under chain 3, and single crochet under chain 3 space of the previous row, 1 single crochet each on each of the 3 single crochets of the previous row, and 1 single crochet in the next chain 3 space. It's very important that you don't miss out on any of the stitches, otherwise the pattern will go haywire. Chain 3, 3 DC under chain 1 space, chain 1, and 2 DC we stitch in the last chain 2 space. So it grows fast also. Chain 3 and turn. Chain 1, 3 DCV, sorry 3 DCs, because I'm using V stitch at the borders, I'm calling it V, 3 DCs, granny stitch, 1, 2, 3 chains, and now here we have 5 SCs. So in this chain 3 space, this chain 3 is not required after this. In this chain 3 space we need to make 3 double crochets. because at 5 we are going to reduce it to 3. Then these 3 DCs will come closer to it. It will close it up. Now you need to do the chain 3. Chain 3. I've already done one, so I'm making 2. Skip one first SC, one SC in next 3 SCs, each of the next. One SC each in each of the next 3 SCs. Chain 3. Three double crochets under the chain 3 space. Chain 1. 3 double crochets under chain 1 space. Chain 1. Two DC shell. Chain 3 and turn. This row is going to be a little different. So we're going to develop these spiders in the next 2 corners here. In this corner. Your V stitch, 2 DC V stitch. Henceforth I'm not going to tell. It's understood. Once we do chain 3 and turn, we need to do 2 DC V stitch in the chain 2 space. Chain 1. Three DC. Chain 3 now, and a DC between these 2 sets of 3 DCs. Again chain 3, 3 DC under chain 3 space. Chain 3, DC, skip one SC and DC in the next SC. Chain 3, skip the SC and 3 DC under chain 3 space. Chain 3, DC bit under chain 1 space. Chain 3, 3 DCs under chain 1 space. Chain 1 and the edge shell. We end with part 1 of the video. The part 2 will come. We will continue in part 2 now. Thank you friends. Look out for part 2. It will come very shortly. Immediately rather.